Hello friends, in this video let us have a overview of an Azure portal. I have logged into the portal.azure.com using my email address. So I have authenticated to the portal.azure.com using my email ID and the password. I am able to log into the portal. Once I have logged into the portal, I will be able to create and see all these resources. So these are the resources which are available on Azure Cloud. There are many other resources which are available. In the main page, you will be able to see some of the resources. Right away, you can use the resources by creating a resource and selecting the resource type here. You can click on the virtual machine and start creating the virtual machine. So if I wanted to provision a virtual machine, I will create a virtual machine and select the type of virtual machine and create it. There are other ways also you can create a resource. You can come here on your left hand side and you can select the resource type. You have app, resource group, virtual machine, load balancer, storage accounts. All the resources are available under this particular section. You will be able to choose the resources and you will be able to create these resources. By using the portal, this is the one way of creating your resources. So you use the portal to create the resources, or there is another way to create the resource using the CLI command tool. In the portal itself, you have been provided with the Azure CLI and the PowerShell. So this is the CLI tool. If I want to change to the PowerShell, I have to come here. In Bash, I have to select this drop down button, click on PowerShell to select the PowerShell option. Now, whatever PowerShell modules you have installed for the Azure cloud, you will be able to run all those commands. Whenever you are using the portal itself to access the PowerShell and the Azure CLI, there is no need for you to install the modules because it is already pre-installed. The modules are pre-installed. So if I say get, these are the PowerShell commands, get Azure. If I say get AZ resource, I'll be able to list the resource group. So these are the PowerShell commands, the get command, the set command, add, move, remove, all these are all PowerShell commands. Even from PowerShell command, you will be able to use the Azure CLI command. Like this is the Azure CLI command. If I use AZ, that means we are basically using the Azure CLI command. I'll simply say AZ version. So this is listing the Azure CLI version. If I enter AZ VM list, it will list all the virtual machines. If I enter AZ resource list, okay, I have to enter AZ resource list to list all the resources which has been provisioned. So using the PowerShell command line, I'll be able to run the Azure CLI commands as well. If I wanted to change to the Azure CLI, I have to use the bash confirm. Now I am into the Azure CLI tool. If I enter AZ VM list, I should get, there is an option to make it full screen. Let me check. Setting, text size. large. If I enter AZ resource list, it will give me the list of all the resources which are provisioned. If I enter AZ group list, it will list all the resource group. So this is how you will be able to use the PowerShell and the bash Azure CLI command. If I wanted to delete the resources which has been provisioned, I can click on the resource group, select the resource group which I wanted to delete. So I'll delete this resource group. This particular resource group had a storage account created. I can delete and I will enter delete to confirm. So this is the resource which I am deleting. This is the storage account which was created when I ran the Cloud Shell. I will close this. So now there is no resources for the Cloud CLI tools. If I wanted to delete the resource group, click on the resource group, select the resource group. You have an option to delete the resource group here. Select delete resource group, copy the name of the resource group, enter and delete. So all the resources which was under this particular resource group will be deleted. Once you delete the resource group, all the resources which you have put in this resource group, everything will be deleted. So you need to be extra cautious when you delete the resource group. So this is about the overview of the Azure portal and the Cloud CLI tools.